Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I'm John Doughty. If you see a property that interests you, give me or one of our offices a call. I need the cards. I need the cards.
I mean, you did do a great job.
I don't know what I'm saying though.
Okay.
How's my wires? Are they sticking out? If you see a property or that interests you, give me or one of our offices a call. Okay, I got it, hopefully. Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I'm John Doughty. If you see a property that interests you, give me or one of our offices a call. Thanks to our sponsors. Enjoy the show.
It was right at the beginning of COVID, and my grandmother's health was declining rapidly, and my mom wasn't able to care for her by herself anymore. So both of them actually moved in with me. It was very, very difficult taking care of an elderly person and also 3 young kids, because the home that we were in had 1 full bathroom for the 7 of us. So we started looking for a home that was able to accommodate 4 generations. So my grandmother is actually a World War II survivor, and she was 97 when she passed away. We were able to find a home that had 1 floor living with a basement, which allowed her to have space for her wheelchair. We actually got in touch with Zach and took a look at the house, and it was just a wonderful transition. Just moving alone in a normal circumstance is a lot to process, but doing it in the middle of a pandemic and then also having so many people that I was responsible for, it was very challenging. And Zach just really approached them with a lot of thought and care. So having him just step in and say, here's what we got to do next, was amazing. And it's a very emotional process too. He handled so many things that I didn't have time for. And he always kept me in the loop. I never felt like I had to hound him for information. He was just always right there every step of the way, and I really appreciated that. I didn't know Zach when we first were interacting for the home buying process. And by the end of it, I just felt like we were great friends. He cares about his clients and what he does. It's not just a job for him. I mean, he really does care about your story and your family. My grandmother has so many incredible stories, and we actually sat around this table and did puzzles while she told those stories, and it was just such a great time because my kids were able to create and have lasting memories with her. She actually passed away in October, and right before she passed away, she said, she calls me Kimmy-chan, and she said, Kimmy-chan, the only reason that I have lived this long is because you have taken such good care of me. And I'll never forget that.
I love my job because you get to help people complete one of their biggest dreams, which is owning a home. I think DCC is the best place for a mortgage because we are community-based, member-focused. Everybody works together, to make sure that every member is taken care of.
DCC is unique in that our whole operations team is here locally. Don't send your file to another state for it to be processed and underwritten there. You are working with somebody who's part of this community.
Hi, Christo.
Hello. Welcome to Rocktown Kitchen.
Thank you so much.
We're very excited to have you.
We are excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about this event of yours.
Oh, well, we're so excited to be here, and a little bit of background. A few years ago, goodness, it's probably been about 10 years ago now, a bunch of us realtors went to a lender event for lunch. We had a really good time, and later that night, there was another lender event. Same people went to that one, and it was just such a good time. We said, we need to start doing this on a regular basis. Just get away from work and have some fun and get to know each other outside of work. And so just kind of for fun and in jest, we said, well, we'll call it the unofficial social. So that's what it became, and we did this once or twice, and our broker just loved the idea. He absolutely loved the idea of us getting together outside of work and just team building and getting to know each other and talk about your families and that kind of thing. And so he said, you know what? We'll pick up all the appetizers. We want you all to continue to do this, and we'll buy all the food, and you guys can cover the rest. So then it, in jest, again, became the unofficial official social. So like I said, we really love to pick downtown restaurants that are locally owned, such as Rocktown. So this is actually our first trip as a company together to Rocktown. So we're really excited to be here and just appreciate all the good food that you all cook up for us.
Would you tell us what made you choose Rocktown Kitchen as your spot to get together this time?
Well, I personally love you guys. Matter of fact, my husband and I were just here for dinner last night, so we love it. And actually, we've not did this event at Rocktown yet. So we choose a lot of the downtown area restaurants and try to support local. Just to share a little bit about some of the things that, like I said, we're serious about real estate. We work really, really hard, and so we just sometimes need to laugh we need a lot of laughter. So one of the funny things that happened at one of our unofficial official socials is one of our agents ate her very first, and I believe her last, raw oyster. And she will be here tonight. So anyway, we like to laugh. Like I said, we work hard. And so we just thank you for hosting us.
Well, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for choosing us. And it sounds like it's going to be like a very fun event, and it has become a tradition for your company.
Absolutely.
Let me know if you have any questions over the menu.
Yeah.
And we're ready to start.
Home buyers beware. That's Virginia's motto. So do not buy someone else's problems. Never skip the home inspection. Even if you're buying as is or FYI, for your own protection, get a home inspection from Aztec Home Inspections. We provide home buyers with thorough and informative home inspections, radon testing, and mold testing. Get protected during your home buying process. Know before you buy. Schedule online at aztechomeInsp.com.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker with Kline May Realty. Thank you for joining us for Q&A with Kline May. Today we'll start off with our coffee, which is from the Dayton Farmers Market, the Coffee Klatch, and this is what they call the Blue Ridge Blend. That's really good. I gotta say that's one of my favorites. It's deep and very smooth at the same time. Very, very, very nice. Today, what we're going to talk about, we've talked about within the last couple months, but I want to bring up again just as a way to update everybody because our market really is shifting. But I think it's important to understand in what ways it is shifting and how dramatically it is or isn't shifting. So buyer demand is certainly softening. Affordability has taken a big, big hit because of the combination of the increase in home prices over the last 3 or 4 years and the recent increase in interest rates. Mortgage rates have dropped a bit from a month or two ago. They're now down in the low 5s, which is a really good rate for folks who have only been looking in the last couple of years. It seems like that's high, but historically that's a fantastic rate. But that combination, like I said, has really made housing less affordable for a lot of people. And so some people have withdrawn from the market, but not everybody. We still have multiple offers on most properties, just not as many. Instead of maybe 6 or 7 buyers for a property, now there's 2 or 3. Home prices are still rising. And still at a pretty fast pace, still at a double-digit pace, which I have to say surprises me. That is going to flatten out, but right now prices are still rising because we still have a somewhat lopsided demand. So I think buyers need to understand what's happening, and sellers also, when they're thinking about pricing their homes, need to understand what's happening and to not be going for top dollar like they might have 6 months ago. Sellers still have the upper hand, but not to the extent that they did several months ago. We're seeing sellers start to accept contracts with certain contingencies that they didn't need to accept before. Home inspections are happening again, even home sale contingencies are happening again. So I think it's really important that folks see this coming and not only keep up with it if you happen to be buying or selling, but try to stay ahead of it. Don't just pay attention to the headlines in the news. Right now the headlines are very, very dramatic, but a lot of the pain that we're hearing about in the financial world has to do with the drop-off in refinances, not so much the drop-off in purchases. So our market's not going to crash, but it certainly is slowing down and balancing a bit, which in the long run is going to be a good thing. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on in our market, click the link below and it'll take you to the most recent listings in our market, those that have hit the market in the last 2 weeks. If you've got a question for us, we'd love to hear it. Send your question to us at questions@KlineMay.com and we'll be glad to answer it on the air.
Honey, what are you doing?
Huh? I'm guarding the house.
Yeah, I guess you forgot we have Hawk security now. You know our entire house is secured, and we get alerts when the kids come home from school, and we can finally take that vacation because we can see everything on our phones. Come on, honey, let's go to bed. Let Hawk security keep an eye on those creeps so you can get your sleep.
So, Teri, tell me something that not everyone would know about you.
I am a trained hostage negotiator, and that I worked for police department, police and fire dispatch for about 6 years in Maine.
Does that ever come in handy in the real estate business?
It does. So tell me something that probably most people don't know about you.
I'm fairly new to the real estate business. You know, I just got out of construction, and most people may not know that, and it kind of comes in handy when you're showing people houses and they're having questions about, oh, does that look like it could be an issue? And especially in a market where, you know, people are buying houses that they might want to renovate.
I've been doing real estate for about 3 years now, and I really enjoy it. I love it. I love down in my area. I don't know, it's got a really cool vibe down in the Stanton, Waynesboro area, so it's really fun. You get to meet all kinds of different people from all different walks of life, and I love that. The diversity is so amazing down here.
Well, I feel like the Stanton and Waynesboro area is just like super artsy, very historic. You know, you can always kind of find something new no matter where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you live in the Waynesboro area or around?
Yeah, right over in Swope, just outside of Stanton. Do you live up here in Harrisonburg?
I live in the outskirts of Harrisonburg, Singer's Glen area, so I'm about 20 minutes from the office. Gives me a nice little scenic commute. So we went from Maine hostage negotiator to Waynesboro real estate. How did that transition happen? What made you want to get into real estate?
Well, I've always really been interested in real estate anyway. Loved houses, nosy, you know, like looking at other people's houses. Before I got into real estate, I started going to open houses to see how they did things. And that's how I met Becky Good, who at the time was with Kline May, and she actually recruited me to come in. Yeah, so how about you? What made you go into real estate?
I actually almost got my license right when I graduated high school. My mom has been an agent at this Harrisonburg office for almost 17 years now, and it just kind of fell into place. I do love the Harrisonburg area. I was born and raised here, especially now I'm getting to be more involved in it. I'm glad we finally got to do this because I never met you.
I know, I'm glad to meet you.
Did you ever go to the Stanton Hub, maybe meet in the middle?
Love the Stanton Hub,
Yeah. Good coffee.
There we go, it sounds great.
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up. Even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Get up to $1,700 in rebates.
Thanks very much for watching this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I hope you enjoyed it. We'd like to thank our sponsors, as always, and we hope to see you all next week.